Van life, let's just say, is very interesting. Actually, living in your van sucks. It's going to be blunt, point blank, tell you how it is. So sit back and find out why van life sucks. If you ever get this stupid notion in your head, you're going to sell everything you own and get rid of everything and go outside and walk in, pack all your stuff that's left and put it in the van and take off on this life journey which you've dreamed and you've concocted in your brain as being some sort of gloriness, you're sadly mistaken. If you ever have this thought come into your pea brain, take a bat, go to the nearest person next to you or around you, and ask them to hit you in the head and knock it right out. Because who in the world would ever want to live in their van? Problem with people these days is they walk around depressed. They live a life that is depressed. They live a life that is strapped on nothing. I mean, they try to survive off of pennies. They actually think they're going to live in their van. I don't get it. I just don't get it. Like, that's going to change you? I'll tell you how it's going to change you. Oh, it will change you. I've been living in my van for over 5 years now. And boy, has it ever changed me. Yeah, you know, the cycles of your emotions go crazy. Number one, how can you live with loneliness? You don't know what loneliness is until you live in a van. Not at all. The demons of loneliness will come inside of you and eat you out inside and out, spit you up and chew you up and spit you right out in the pits of hell. It's a fact. Driving down the highway, all of a sudden you break down. Now what do? Anyone that's ever lived in their van or even thought about living in their van might want to take this one to heart. Nothing worse to destroy a man's soul, you could say, is to break down on the highway and have no recourse of getting yourself off the highway even, let alone getting your van fixed. So I guess you're doomed for the rest of your life to sleep right there at mile marker 171 on Anything USA highway. And I guess you think you're just going to live there the rest of your life. That's about as far as you're going to get. If it ain't a miracle from God Himself, you're doomed. Or better yet, you think you're going to quit your job, hit the open road. You've saved for 3 months and you've done all the saving you could save, and you got $300 a month car payment and So you think you're set. You got 3, 4, even 5. Say you got $10,000 saved. Sorry to tell you the truth, but that $10,000 is going to go away real fast. You just don't realize it. Don't you realize that the world and the matrix is designed to keep you in captivity? It's designed to keep you in bondage. Yep, it is. Why? Because you're addicted to stuff. You're addicted to money. You're not creative enough to figure it out. And you're too stupid because you actually think you're going to get a job and life's all of a sudden going to get better. Possible. But you know what? Living in your van, you're not. You know why? Because you're going to sit inside your van and all you're going to do is peer out the windows. You're going to start getting angry and jealous of watching the world go around you from the inside of your van. You're going to get angry because you're sitting at a park, sweating your butt off. Can't even afford to run your motor to even keep cool. Living off of some battery with 100 amp hours, and how long is that going to last your PlayStation game or whatever you have? And you're going to get bored, and you're going to start getting jealous of the people that's around you that's actually living life. Then you have to eat, so then you're going to start cooking inside your van, really? Have you ever smelled what liver and onions smells like? 5 days after you cooked it and you're still smelling it inside your van? Do you really think it's healthy, or do you even think it's even safe to even be cooking inside your van? Guys, take it from an old pro. Don't even consider living in your van. Because the thing is, living in your van will kill you. It'll bring you down. It'll destroy you. It'll chew you up and spit you out. Now that said, the key to it all, I'll tell you how to do it. You don't live in your van. You live out of your van. That's right, you live out of your van. Consider your van as basically your bedroom of your house. You get out, you go out to work, you do your work, you do whatever your hustle is in this world on your way of making money or surviving. You do it, and you do it well. You continue to live, you continue to have friends, you continue to make new friends along the way. Come out of your comfort zone and sit down and actually enjoy to talk to people. You'd be surprised how many lonely people are out here in this world that's willing to talk to you. And all you got to do is put a sign on your chest saying, "I'm lonely." Or, better yet, get one that says, "I need a hug." Or better yet, "I love Jesus, do you?" Come up with your hustle. Learn to be creative. If your job is whittling little things and selling it at a flea market, fine. Spend all week long diligently whittling until you get a whole box full of them, and then go out and sell them wherever you need to sell them at. Share your talents and your blessings in life with others. That gives them encouragement to do the same. Be willing to teach them all the faults and the failures of what's going on, and maybe even possibly teach them a new way of life. This is what God intends us to be, and this is our purpose in life, is to find someone that's less than you and be able to help them up, to reach out and to teach someone that's unaware something new in life, but yet willing to also listen and learn and be taught yourself. Be happy. Get out and play with the people at the park. Go fishing. Find your best hobby. Turn it into something. Go do it every day. When you park, you don't have to worry about being parked. I've lived in my van for 5 years and I've never had a cop come up on me. I have never had anyone come and knock on my door and force me to leave. Ever. Why? Because when I'm in my van, it's my bedroom, and that's what I do in my bedroom is I sleep in my bedroom. And at that point, I stay nice and quiet as a mouse, and nobody even knows I'm there. Besides, give it a twist. Let me give you another idea. Who says you have to sleep at night? Become a night owl. That's when you do all your stuff. That's when you go to the 24-hour laundry and do your laundry. That's when you go to work. Maybe you can become a security guard and work at nights, or work at Walmart overnight. You can go to a 24-hour gym and work out at night and stay there and socialize and do what you have to do during the night. Even take your showers while you're there and clean up. Stay up early in the mornings and enjoy a little bit of live society. Maybe go catch a midnight madness matinee at the movie theater. Go watch a ball game. Don't have to spend money. You can always go down to the skate park and watch the kids play around on the skates. Or go to a Little League baseball game that's playing on at night. Find out where they're playing and go watch them every night. There's go to the high school football games. There's many things you can do and enjoy life. The key is getting out of the van and doing it, living life. And sometimes it's just like, how can you make the same video and still say why I hate living in my house, or why I hate living in my small apartment? It's the same thing, guys. It's the same thing. Now, there is benefits about van life that I have to tell you that is actually very cool that I found. And then there's some things that's honestly a little tougher to deal with. Let's talk about the things that you have to deal with. Number one, I live in Florida, and I'm in the middle of my summertime right now. It's 97 degrees outside. I'm sitting at a park with my window down, and I'm parked underneath a tree. Sitting in the front seat making this video for you. Is this how I normally work? No, not at all. Usually I'll be out at the boardwalk or something somewhere. I'll be along the beach. I'll go have me a hot dog somewhere. I'll have fun. I'll sit at the parking lots and have fun with the ministry that I have. There's many different things that you can do that I do to bide my time. I go to the library. I find someone interesting and just instantly walk up to them and sit down and start talking. And believe me, it might be awkward for the first few seconds, but after that, and after they find out just how genuine you are, they'll sit and talk to you all day. Why? Because they're just as lonely as you are. And guys, all I'm saying is put a smile on your face. Wash your face every day, just like the Bible says for us to do. Clean yourself up. Don't walk around like you're doom and gloom because you just happen to be fasting. Put a smile on your face and don't let people know how it affects you on your bad days. Yeah, there's bad days too, even like on a day that it's nice and stormy outside, you can't even step out of your van without getting totally soaked. Yeah, there's days you're going to have to sit down in your van and stay there all day. There is. But then that's why you have a TV, and that's why you have PlayStation, and that's why you have those kinds of things. Maybe some videos or something like that to watch. Or maybe it's that time just to, take a nap and sleep all day. That's okay too. It's almost a ring of the like tin roof, where it rains on the tin roof. It's just that soothing noise when that rain's hitting the roof of your van that can change your whole soul. Pick up your Bible and read half of a Bible if you have to. Actually, that's probably the best thing you could possibly ever do for yourself and possibly even for helping others. But you can still live in such a way to where you don't have to be so depressed. The worst thing you can do is to purposely isolate yourself to where you feel that you are lower than somebody else, or you are beneath somebody because you live in your car and you're houseless versus someone that lives on welfare and is living inside of a home. Have you ever been inside their home? It's probably just a filthy mess. They're so depressed and they're so entrapped and in bondage that they don't even want to even exit the door or even have a friend over to even have social life. I don't care if you're disabled or whatever. You don't have to be strapped to the bed. There's always a way to get away. Always. I didn't realize that until I met this one gentleman in my neighborhood that is paralyzed from the neck down. And he's stuck in a wheelchair. And every single day I drove by and saw him. And he would be sitting out in his wheelchair out by the edge of the highway on the sidewalk, turned around where the sun was gleaming down on his face. And he would sit there and he would watch the people as they drove by. And you could tell that he was in his happy moment, in his happy state. Think about that. But that was his glory of his day, but he decided not to stay inside that house and let those dark walls come inside of him and come down upon him. So like I said, if you're going to do the van life, learn to live out of your van and not in your van. Because it's all just a mind's perspective of how you see it and how you deal with it. Have a nice day.